out of your control, and you either get this homeowner's insurance or you don't buy your home. Hey guys, welcome back. So today is going to be kind of a disturbing story. It's going to be a commentary, but it's something that we have noticed in our real estate adventures, but this is getting kind of out of hand, out of control. So we are about to close on our hopefully last forever farm in Missouri, but one of the biggest costs that we noticed rising exponentially was homeowners insurance. And today a new article just popped up. I'm going to go over it with you. That's actually putting people out of being able to buy homes in certain states and areas just because of the homeowners insurance. It used to be back in the day that homeowners insurance wasn't even considered into your budget for buying a home. It used to be, like $100 a month, 200 maybe. But now it's getting crazy. So in this article here, let's see, who's this article from? Realtor.com. I got an alert today. I thought this is kind of important. Soaring insurance costs could force house prices to fall and some homeowners to forego coverage. Well, the article is much worse than that. Let me give you a few quotes here. I just read this article. It starts out with a Palm Beach, Florida commissioner learned that his homeowner's insurance was doubling to $20,000 a year. Let that sink in for a minute. Homeowner's insurance. Okay, let's say you got a $500,000 home, or $600,000-$700,000 home. $20,000 a year. You're talking about $1,800 a month just for the homeowner's insurance. So that particular story that they lay out here, his agent said, you know what, your home is paid for. Maybe you go without the homeowner's insurance. And that's what he did. He went without the insurance, and he put a new roof on, and he put shatter-resistant windows in, and he's going to roll the dice, But in Florida, he notes it felt terrible, but it just didn't make sense anymore, said Weiss, who's also a former mayor. When you look at the cost-benefit analysis, I couldn't justify the cost of the insurance anymore. And it gets worse. It gets more disturbing than that. Let me find what I wanted to bring to your attention here. In the past few years, insurance companies have been increasing homeowner premiums, dropping longtime customers, and exiting risky parts of the country entirely as climate risks and their potential losses grew due to disasters like flooding, wildfires, and hurricanes. So they go on in the article to say that, like State Farm and Farmers Insurance, Farmers totally exited Florida, and State Farm totally exited California, where there's a lot of forest fires. So if you can't get homeowners insurance, or it costs you too much, you could get the best deal on a house that you could find, but if you can't get insurance for it, you're done. Because if you have a mortgage, you're required to have full coverage, replacement cost, homeowners insurance. And one of the quotes, they said almost half of the homes in the country are at risk of severe or extreme damage from environmental threats, affecting nearly $22 trillion in real estate assets, according to the recent, Realtor.com report. It's making it much more expensive to live here than it was just a few years ago, and that's a quote from the gentleman in Florida. Last month, State Farm said it would discontinue offering coverage for 72,000 houses and apartments in the wildlife-prone state of California beginning in the summer. This comes less than a year after it stopped issuing new home insurance policies in the state. That follows news that Farmers Insurance announced last summer that it wouldn't offer any home, auto, or umbrella policies in Florida, in the whole state. That affected about $100,000 customers. So imagine you have insurance now. Let's just say you're paying $600 a month. Now they drop you, and the next company that's willing to take you is more than double or triple that. So now your new mortgage payment goes from whatever it is, adding $600 for homeowners. Now all of a sudden homeowners is $1,200 or $1,500 a month. I mean, that is totally out of your control as a consumer, and you got nowhere to go. You don't have any other options. So you're forced, if you have a mortgage, And even if you own your home in cash, who wants to go without insurance? If a tree falls on your house, or if lightning strikes or hail strikes, then you're going to have to pay like all of the repairs or the recoveries out of pocket, or even earthquake insurance. I'm kind of familiar with earthquake coverage because here in the Midwest, people don't think of us as an earthquake hotbed, but we are on a fault line here at the Missouri, the Four Corners, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Southern Illinois. So we add earthquake insurance. It's about $1,000 a year, if I remember, maybe a little more than. I just literally saw it yesterday on our coverage. So this stuff is getting scary, and this kind of stuff's getting out of control. Let me give you a couple more quotes here from the article. Nationally, insurance premiums rose 11.3% in 2023 and shot up 33.8% from 2018 to 23, according to S&P Global Market Intelligence. In certain regions, the surge in insurance costs has been staggering, nearly tripling within a span of just a few years, says Jenny Lenz, managing director of Dolly Lenz Real Estate. This sharp rise is placing immense strain on the budgets of homeowners, like I just mentioned, with some even being forced to withdraw entirely due to insurance premiums becoming simply unmanageable or unattainable. So how crummy is that? I mean, you work your whole life and you save and you could finally afford a home, and now all of a sudden something that's totally out of your control due to government regulations, due to weather, I don't know whether you call it global warming or change, it doesn't matter. It's out of your control, and you either get this homeowner's insurance or you don't buy your home. It's just crazy. So if you are buying a home, you might want to check in advance on the homeowner's policy. I know for our new farm in Missouri, our new policy is going to be about $5,000 a year, which compared to East Coast, West Coast is pretty reasonable still. But compared to the Midwest, that's expensive. But we'll still be able to afford it, and we're going to have to. Otherwise, we couldn't buy the place. But just food for thought, this homeowners is getting crazy like everything else. Auto insurance is going up. Everything, health insurance. Anyways, food for thought, if you're looking at buying a home or a piece of land, homeowners is going up crazy. And, of course, the higher the values of the homes go, the higher the policies have to go because they have to quote you a replacement cost. So if a home used to be worth $300,000, now it's worth $1 million. Well, you can more than triple the replacement value cost, and they're going to have to insure it for that. So, man, I hope we get back to some normalcy soon, maybe. Anyways, best of luck if you're looking for home or land. Just keep that in mind. Homeowners insurance, know what it's going to cost you. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot.